Hello ENC students, this is your professor Michael Blumenberg, and this video is designed to walk you through what I'm looking for from you from week 11. So I'm going to start on Blackboard and go to weekly assignments. I'm going to go down to the week 11 folder. And as always, I'm going to start by pulling up the coursework document as a Word document, so go ahead and do that. We'll take a look at what's assigned for this week. Making good progress on picking cotton, so just keep reading in the book, picking up on page 150 where you left off last week, reading through 169, that finishes chapter 9, and stops you on the break on page 169 of chapter 10. Not readings, but I want to remind you to please take your time and look at the MLA documentation videos. They are super important just so that you begin to understand what you need to do in creating things like a works cited page and documenting your sources in text, because you have to do that on the source paper that we began looking at last week. There are no submitted assignments this week. I really want you to take your time to focus on the MLA and picking cotton. There are 2 Blackboard discussion board assignments though this week. The first one is related to the reading and picking cotton, and the second one concerns your understanding of MLA. Both of those assignments are due by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, October 30th. In my writing lab, you're starting a new module this week. It's Usage and Style. And you are to begin it, though it's not due until the following Sunday. That's November 6th. So you got a couple of weeks to work through that module. One thing that I would emphasize to you is if you finish that module early, it is okay to go ahead and begin working on the next module in sequence, which I believe is research without looking at it off the top of my head. So I'm going to go ahead and close that off. I'm going to go back to the week 11 folder. And I want to show you these videos again. I think you'll find helpful in understanding MLA. You really need a good firm handle on that moving forward as you're going to, in the next couple of weeks, begin working on the drafting of your paper. Now, this is a one-shot draft, so it's important that you try to get as much squared away ahead of time as possible. But the first video was produced as a tutorial for in-text citations, so I think you'll find it helpful. The second video is from the Purdue OWL, which is a website that I will most likely link up next week so that you'll have it as a direct link. Purdue is a university in Indiana, and OWL, it just stands for Online Writing Lab, and it's a wonderful website that you can use for MLA purposes. The discussion board, I'll click on that so we can pull it up and take a look at what I'm asking you to do there. And again, for this week, it's picking cotton and MLA documentation. So I'll focus in on this one first. It says, by now we have learned that Ronald's second trial did not go well at all for him. Please respond to the following. What stood out to you this week as you read through chapter 9 and into 10 regarding Ronald's experience? The years are moving forward, and yet Ronald still finds himself battling for freedom. Has your feelings changed? Have your feelings changed at all regarding Ronald, Jennifer, or both since reading the prologue of the book? Why or why not? Now the second one is about MLA. It just says, how familiar are you with MLA? Have you ever had to use it in a class before? If so, which class? If not, does it make sense? What do you think will be the biggest challenges in your use of MLA? So again, those are your discussion board assignments for this week. I'm going to go back, pull up the My Writing Lab. This will take me right into the learning path, as you can always click on that each week, and there we go. And yeah, so usage and style is the same number of topics as punctuation, mechanics, and grammar, and even further back in the semester when you did the craft of writing. So it's going to take you through things like standard, non-standard English, easily confused words, unnecessary shifts. Remember, you need to work through all 8 of your pencil topics. If I go back to the learning path, you can Rest assured that the research module is very small. There are only 20 topics in total on that one, so it'll be a nice little break for you, which comes at a good time in the next couple of weeks because your focus will shift to writing the source paper. Essay development's your longest module, but we're going to break that off. I'm not going to have you do all 15 topics. So if you're working ahead and you get to essay development, you can start working on the first couple of topics, but please note that I'm only going to have you work through the first 6 of those all the way down to editing the essay. I think that's it, guys. If you have questions as you're working this week, just feel free to shoot me an email. Keep working on the source paper. The assignment sheet's in the week 10 folder. I don't care to move it into this week's folder. If you all prefer me to do that, just let me know. And start working on figuring out what it is you're going to say about your topic. You've got to convince your reader of something, and that will by far be the most challenging part of the assignment, is really getting a handle on where you're going directionally. If you have questions, email me, but good luck and take care.